Hello everyone, this is Betosky, and in this video I'll be sharing with you all my best tips and tricks and everything I have learned so far since I started playing Mobile Legends in Season 2. I believe these tips will take your gameplay to the next level. If you are tired of all the noobs you get in your team, then try to become the difference maker and improve your chance of winning. I have been able to reach solo to mythic multiple times with very high win rate because of these tips that I'm about to share with you all. It took me a lot of games, time, victories and defeats, error and trials, and tons of analysis in order to develop them. Hopefully they will help you improve your overall gameplay. So first, let's talk about map awareness. I know you have heard that word many times, map awareness. You need to have map awareness. But what exactly is map awareness? Many players think, well, it's just paying attention to the minimap, and they are partially right about that. But that's not the whole story. You should learn how to use the information to the full extent. If you have completely mastered this skill of map awareness, you can somewhat tell to an extent where are the enemies and what they are probably doing or will probably do. And that's how I got labeled as a map hacker in some of my videos. Here I have some perfect example that I can show you firsthand what I meant when I said that you can somewhat tell to an extent what the enemies are going to do. Okay, here the enemy Johnson has just been slayed, keep that in mind. So I'm just going to do my usual thing and farm the enemy jungle. Now pay attention to the enemy Cho on the map. I knew Cho was hiding in the bush, look how I'm prepared to use my ultimate. I didn't care that he was waiting for me because I knew he couldn't kill me alone. Instead, I chose to harass him and make him weaker. Also, my ult has lower cooldown than his ult, so it's a trait that I will take any day. Okay, remember that I said to be aware of Johnson? He has just been respawned, so what do you think he will immediately do when he respawns? Of course, he will use his ult right away and find his next victim. And by looking at the map, I was almost 95.78% sure he was coming for me.
I think Johnson's coming, screw that.
So here, instead of keep running straight back, which will have been a huge mistake because I only have the protection of the tower, I decided to put a last stand and fight next to the tower. And remember, I made Cho waste his ultimate just a moment ago. Now he doesn't have the ult available to use on me.
Your team destroyed and you have slain an enemy. Double kill, resurrecting soon. An ally has been slain.
Oh boy. Get
Because of each of my decision making, I was able to completely overturn the table in that attempted 3-on-1 gank. Each and every in-game decision matter, even the one that seems insignificant. Here I have another example in which I'm waiting for the enemy to take the crab and hopefully steal it or kill one of them at the very least. Okay, I killed Gusion, but pay attention to Marty's positioning. My ult is almost available, but I knew Mortis is probably waiting in the bush. I will attempt to kill Angela, but without fully committing. Pay attention to my positioning. Okay, now I'm going to use one of my favorite moves, the irresistible bait. Because of my low HP and mana, it seems like Cyclops is just a very delicacy food served in a silver platter. No one can resist that temptation. Look how I'm going to use my first skill. I knew Mortis was still there watching and waiting, just like fishing. The fish took the bait and I caught a big one. Okay, in this one I'm waiting for Cho to be a little bit apart from Carrie, so I can kill her first. Once I saw Cho far away, I used my ult thinking Carrie is the only available target, but I guess I was mistaken. However, because of that calculated mistake, I got a double kill. But that's not the important part. Pay attention to the minimap. The enemy's reinforcement has arrived, and I saw the enemy's Guinevere on the map. And you know that if you're caught on her combo, she can one-shot you, so I knew exactly what she will try to do next. So instead of walking straight back, I went to the opposite direction, forward. If you're enjoying all these tips and tricks, pause the video for a few seconds and hit that like, subscribe and the notification bell button. I'll greatly appreciate that. Okay, here I have another clip which some of you probably have seen already, but I never explained how I was able to do what I just did in these clips. Here I'm using Gord and there's an intense and full team fight going on. Okay, take a look at Tigreal's health bar. It's pretty low, keep that in mind. Now, looking at the overall picture, I can clearly see my team is losing the team fight. Did you catch that? No? Let's rewind a little bit then. Do you remember in my previous best tips and tricks video, in which I talk about the hero lock mode? If not, I will leave the link for that video on the description and in the comment section. Make sure to check it out if you haven't yet after this video. Here I was able to take a glimpse of the big red circle that popped on my screen for a few seconds, but that was enough time to catch my attention. So I knew Natalia is very low in health, and like any Natalia's player, you'll try to go to the nearest bush to activate your passive to either continue killing or back off. She probably wanted to get more kills. Do you remember that I told you to keep Tigreal low of HP in mind? Well, this is why. Here I noticed our rebuff minion was gone, so I thought there might be still someone in the bush. Once I saw my big ball didn't bounce, it means it successfully hit a target. Here Natalia just finished clearing middle lane wave, and for a very brief moment I saw Natalia going to the middle top bush, which means she's probably going to the top lane to kill our marksman. Here I just saw Natalia clearing top lane, then I assumed she will most likely try to push our turret. And once you pay very close attention to the pattern, you will know which bush she will most likely use. Here I saw Harley just finish clearing top lane, and since I paid very close attention to his pattern, I knew he'll probably try to gank our top jungle. Here pay attention to Hellcrow's movement. I felt like that Hellcrow wasn't too bad of a player, so I predicted that he will probably want to be unpredictable to our prediction, by going to our jungle instead of going top. So by being unpredictable, he became predictable, because I was being unpredictable with my prediction. Once you have fully mastered this skill of map awareness, you'll be able to increase your chance of winning immensely. It took me a lot of years of mobile experience to be able to achieve this kind of map awareness, but if you keep in mind these tips and tricks during your game, you will see that you will be able to do so much more to change the outcome of the game.
これほどまでの力、一体どうやって手に？
お前も知りたいのか。このハードなトレーニングメニューを続けられるかどうか。腕立て伏せ100回、上体起こし100回、スクワット100回、そしてランニング10キロ。これを毎日やる。先生、あなたという人は。
Thanks for watching, and I will see you until next time.